loving devotees, could I kindly ask you to rise for the opening prayer, Aradhaana, followed by the invocation, Aradhaana, that will be done by Swami Sithantha, followed by Jnana Guruve. loving devotees, to officially welcome you to this morning's celebration, I'd like to officially call upon the President of the Sithantha Sangam, Thiru Sultan Chetty, to now address you and welcome you. Thiru Sultan Chetty.
I offer my prostrations, salutations, and love at the lotus feet of our Supreme Lord Saiva. My prostrations at the feet of our Master, Founder, and Sadguru, His Holiness Brahma Sri Saiva Guru Swamigal. I acknowledge with reverence and respect the presence of our spiritual head of the Sungam of South Africa, His Holiness Sri Swami Saiva. My respects to all Swamis, Swaminis, Gurus, spiritual leaders who have joined us today. Vanakkam, Namaste, and Third Namaskaram to all. On this Heritage Weekend, we are blessed to have the opportunity to celebrate our spiritual master, Guru Swamigal. In this Aradhaana, we commemorate Guru Swamigal's life and times and the legacy he has left behind for us. Our Master has created a beautiful, simple form of worship and left a mighty organization in our capable hands. This mighty organization has now turned 85, so we are celebrating the 84th year of the Sun. Please do keep in touch, and you will hear of the other programs we have in store up to the end of this year, leading into early New Year. We can express our love and devotion to Him by singing His simple, sacred, and divine hymns, and understanding the inner meanings within these hymns. On that note, I feel humbled and privileged, having been tasked to welcome you to our very special Aradhaana to Guru Swamigal Day 2. On behalf of the spiritual head, the spiritual council, the trustees, and the executive committee of the Saiva Sangam of South Africa, I call a very warm, loving welcome to all, and at the same time, thank you for responding to our invitation. We have planned a full program of music, dances, spiritually uplifting discourses, meditation, and chanting by our spiritual. We urge you to stay with us for the full duration of the program today as we follow up from yesterday, and you will reap the benefits thereof. We had a beautiful program yesterday, for those of you that have tuned in and had been at our function at the Westwood Shrine, with renditions from our Westwood branch, Mirabel branch, and Aradhaana branch. And today the MC will introduce the branches that will be rendering items today. My short message to you today is that the only way to show our love and gratitude to our Master is to be steadfast in our faith, be loyal to our Master and organization, and be headstrong in our efforts to continue in our Master's work. With that, Nandri Vanakkam. Please do enjoy.
Nandri Brahmasala. My official welcome to you, loving devotees. Namaste Vaya Tirupayarana. Namadu Sadguru Vida Brahma Sri Saiva Guru Swamigal Tirupayarana. Sangityan Talavan Swami Sri Saiva Yogananda Vikalakam. Sangityan Swami Margalakam. Guru Margalakam. Sadguru Sadguru Galakam. Legalakam. Yanwalam Kalandavanakam. In the precious and glorified name of our Master, His Holiness, Brahma Sri Saiva Guru Swamigal, my reverential respects to our spiritual head, Sri Swami Saiva Yogananda, to our respected Swamis, Swaminis, Gurus, my humble Vanakkam, Namaste, and Namaskaram to one and all of you, and a warm welcome to our Sithantha Sangam Universal Mission Function, the Aradhaana of Guru Swamigal. Real inspired masters are good and gracious. They take birth to raise humanity to divinity. They do not praise themselves, nor have they any ambition to play glamorous roles. They come like rain clouds, pour out their teachings and disappear into infinity. A real master who has realization of the divinity, truth within himself, lives in solemn silence and dynamic peace. His light shines beyond his physical body. His very presence has a vibrating spiritual aura. Real devotees who are fortunate to come close to the divine presence of the spiritual master are blessed. They feel a new awakening, a new transformation. If you approach Satgurudev with all your devotion and sincerity, if you keep yourself pure and receptive, if you call with fervent aspiration, surely Gurudev, the Divine Master, will respond wherever you are. The yogic force travels 1,000 times quicker than the electronic force. The Divine Master has a childlike simplicity, sky-like openness, and a flow of natural grace and compassion. He identifies himself with all and knows things from direct intuition. He sees your heart. He is not a mysterious person. He has a high esteem of true lovers of God and seekers of truth. The Divine Master gives himself to those devotees that give themselves to him. Satgurudev lives for the better life of humanity. He works for purity, unity, divinity, equality, and the enlightenment of mankind. He identifies himself with the children of God and pours himself unto them. Real inspired masters teach the universe gospel of truth, beauty, and Saiva. This divine master loving devotees is His Holiness, Mahasi Sithantha Swamigal. This was by our Kavi Yogi, Shuddhananda Bhagavat. Loving devotees, to commence this afternoon's function, I'd like to call upon Kumari Marshni Paka with the dance item. She's a graduate of the Pregaland and Yogumbal Kala Kendra, and she's got a lovely dance item to grace us with. At this juncture, I'd like to call upon a lovely dance to come up on stage. That's Marshni Paka.
Thank you.
and yoga for color camera. Loving devotees, at this time I'm going to hand you over to Guru Vasudha Kovila and his temple branch will render 2 items, namely woolly gear and 1 raw Swamigal. So over to Guru and his temple branch. Thank you, Guru Goki, for those very soul-stirring hymns. Beautiful renditions indeed. In a few moments, you'll be listening to hymns by the Woodview branch as they get in readiness. But whilst they prepare themselves, loving devotees, one more time, I'm going to mention to you our movie that's going to be taking place on the 16th of October, Sunday 16th of October. If you haven't already got your tickets, please see one of our officials. And you can certainly get your ticket for your family members, your friends, your neighbors as well. And it's beautiful actors indeed, directed by Mani Ratnam and music by A.R. Rahman. So folks, it's one movie you don't want to miss. Ponniyin Selvan 1. And after the judging of that movie, we'll tell you whether 2 is going to be released. I now hand you over to the Woodview branch.
So you will return page 149 in the prayer book. page 252 in the prayer book.
Thank you to the members of the Woodview branch for those beautiful hymns, those lovely renditions. Loving devotees, at this moment in time, it is my proud privilege to call to the podium the spiritual head of the Sithantha Center, His Holiness Sri Swami Siva Yogananda will now make his way up on stage. Loving devotees, Father Swami is making his way up to the podium. You will notice that we have some of the memorabilia of Guru Swamigal, which is mainly the typewriter, which is in Tamil, as well as Guru Swamigal's harmonium that he had possessed and played over the years, up on stage on display for you to view this afternoon. Loving devotees, I now hand you over to Swami Saiva.
Brahmasri Sri Swamigal Tiruvallur Swamiமார்களுக்கும் குருமார்களுக்கும் பெரியோர்களுக்கும் பெற்றோர்களுக்கும் அவன் பிள்ளைகளுக்கும் எனது உள்கண்ட வசதியை நான் அறிய தெரிவித்திருக்கிறேன். My loving greetings, welcome, namaste, and namaskar once again to all of you. This morning I outlined some of the mystical experiences, and now I'm going to take you through the wisdom of the Master. I did mention that he was buried alive for more than 1 hour, but also explained that a person in Samadhi can remain alive even though he has no pulse and no breathing for 1 week. Except that the person in Samadhi will be exposed to the ambient environment. So the air in the skin acts as antenna, will draw that energy to you. But Guru Swamigal was airtight when he was buried alive. And there was no exposure even to the ambient environment. And yet, for 1 hour he survived that without any nourishment even from the universe. The song sung, Surya Udittan Dharvan Nagarile Marangal Angargal. The sun is shining in the city of Durban. Come, come, O dear people. It is not the physical sun that is referred to. It's the light of the Supreme Father of the Sangam, Brahma Sri Sungam Guru Swamigal. His light is here, come, in order to, so that you can become illuminated by the wisdom emanating from the Master. That is the real Surya, not the physical sun is referred to. And Guru Gobi sang, Ulage, Pittulage, Sithantha, Vini, Kandiyo. For people of this world, steeped in the madness of this world, and we discover the pathway of Sithantha. And this is the pathway the Master has mapped out for us, the pathway of Sithantha. So that by following this pathway, we can experience transformation in our lives. And by following this pathway, we can achieve the purpose for which we have come into this world. The song that has been sung earlier on by Guru Branch, Vandarul Saiva, Siva, Vandarul Saiva, Inda Udaviruthu Ayanana. O Lord, grant me the grace that I will be able to realize the purpose for which I have taken this mortal body. It's not a person. Why did I take it? So in this pathway, we just don't follow this pathway without realizing why you came to this world. Because if you realize why you came to this world, then you will make every conscious and concerted effort to achieve that purpose. But when you are caught up by the muck and mire of this world, you forget the purpose for which you come to this world, and you enjoy the materialism of this mundane worldly life. And we have to do a balancing act between the worldly life and the spiritual life on this pathway. And it's a challenging as well, because the stimuli of the worldly life pulls you to the world. But then you are expected to also walk circumspectly on this pathway mapped out by the Master, to ensure you are there and still perform your duties and responsibilities in the world. And Guru Swami goes on to say, Mulathil Uditha Mudavadayaya Jnanatha Paravida Karane Uditha. Show me the grace to realize the Lord who appears in the Mooladhara chapter, which is the perennial region. It's the first chapter. That's important. Guru Swami says, show me the Lord that is present in the Mooladhara chakra. What is present in the Mooladhara chakra is the Kundalini Shakti. So what Guru Swami is trying to show is even the Kundalini Shakti is a manifestation of the transcendental reality, the Supreme Lord of the God. Shakti is, and Shiva are not separate. They are one and the same. There are two aspects of one truth. So the Kundalini Shakti there in the Muladhara chakra, and what is in the Sahasrara chakra on top of the brain is the Supreme Lord Himself, Sungam. The Shakti that is in the Muladhara chakra is desperately wanting to move up and to merge with Shiva in the Sahasrara chakra. It's like the lover desperately wanting to get to the beloved, to be one as a synergy with the beloved. That's what the Shakti is desperately wanting to move up. Being the lover, want to get to the beloved on top. But it all depends upon you as an individual, what you're doing. Because the Shakti will remain dormant, it's sleeping, as long as you do not do the sadhana that is required to activate the Shakti and allow you to gravitate upward to reach Shiva in the Sahasrara chakra. So important that we do sadhana on this pathway so that we can all move into this beautiful state. But what is affecting our journey? What is affecting the movement of the Shakti from the Kundalini Shakti from the Muladhara chakra to reach the Sahasrara chakra is our mind. And therefore, Guru Swami goes on to say, Jnanathal arindu vaadilum kurange arithu thirithi varu nilayali irukka. Kurange is the monkey. It's a quibbling monkey. If you look at your mind, the mind you look at, firstly, as a human being, you have to function. Therefore, you generate thoughts. Your thinking is generated by you to a function as a human being. But then you also have invasive thoughts. Thoughts that just come into your mind without you having any control over it. Isn't it? Those are invasive thoughts. And those invasive thoughts takes you away from your pathway. That is why you find that we are constantly judging people, judging situations, judging everything that we do. Look at your mind how judgmental it is. And you continue to judge as long as we do not change. The sadhana is required to create a shift. We can create a neurobiological energy shift in our brain just by doing intensive sadhana. But it is left to us to create that shift. And on this pathway, we can create the necessary shift. The second thing that happens in the mind, look at your mind, how there's a dialogue carrying on there. There's storytelling happening. For every little thing, your mind starts telling a story. There's so much of dialogue goes on. If you become conscious of it, you will see how your mind is creating dialogue. What is happening? If your mind is creating a dialogue, if your mind is judgmental, and your mind is allowing all the invasive thoughts to flood it, then how is it possible for you to concentrate on the pathway that we are following? How is it possible for us to live in synergy with the Supreme Lord's Aradhaana? And one of the greatest challenges we have in life is that we are not living in the present. So in other words, everything that you are doing, you have to be connected to it. And when you are connected to it, your mind is absorbed, then you will experience it. But when you are engaging in something and your mind is taking you away elsewhere, therefore you are unable to experience whatever you are doing. If you are thinking, you are not experiencing. But if you are experiencing, you are not thinking. So you understand, your mind takes you away from the experience of life. I said it's a simple analogy. You have a plate of food and you're sitting in the lounge and you're watching TV and you're eating. You are not experiencing the food, you're not enjoying it because you're mechanically eating the food. Your focus is on the TV. Or maybe you're engaging with catching up with conversation, family time. Having conversation, family members, but you're eating food. You're not experiencing the color of the food, the texture of the food, the aroma of the food, the taste of the food. But you're eating mechanically. So there's no experience. In every activity of life, we're not connected to it, and therefore there is no experience. And because there's no experience, how is it possible for us to even experience the Supreme Lord? All the mystical experiences Guru Swami which I shared with you is as a result of the Master himself being connected with everything, living in the present, living in the now. Not worrying about the future or not being stuck with the past. Or not being judgmental, not enjoying having storytelling. Because you are in that beautiful state. So, you will understand why the Master has actually written the song. So, we need to live in the present, connect with every activity of life, and then you'll see what difference you make to the quality of your life. Arivu, Unarvu. Arivu is knowledge, Unarvu is experience. To move from a position of knowledge to experience, you have to connect with everything. So when you get connected and experience the simple things in life, then experiencing the power of the Master and experiencing the power of the Divine will be so easy. I can assure you it is very easy. I'm talking from a position of experience. So, it is important. I'll just move on to one of the songs that was sung, One Dry Chair. Yeah, the Master said we all must get together. Get together in this pathway. And the lines I want to share with you from this particular song, it says, Nandra Saiva Sivanar Nandra Saiviruvan. Tirtha Saiva Sivanar Endrum Tirtha Saiviruvan. Yet the Master is saying, the Lord will shower His grace for those who do good deeds in this world. So on this pathway, we are expected to do good deeds so that we experience the grace of God. That's what the Master is telling us. But He's also saying that those who do bad deeds, they will suffer the consequences of the bad deeds through their own karmically. So you're not going to feel the grace of God when you're doing bad deeds. So it's very important on the pathway you follow that you do good deeds in this world. And in the same song, Master, Varunga, Unga Tumbanga Deep Serunga, Vivaramamani, Anadiva, Kotu. And so people come along and pray to Lord Shiva daily in order to remove all your suffering. So you don't have to do all the bad deeds, whatever suffering you're going through is there to mitigate all the negative karma of the past. So don't do any more negative things now. Don't do any more bad things now, or wrong things now, to generate more karma. But why do I come back and pray to the Lord and continue doing good things? And by praying to the Lord, you help. By doing good and praying to God, you'll be able to negate the negative karma of the past. One of the beautiful songs the Master has written is Tuya Tamilna Malukka Vendum, Tuya Padanse Tada Tudikka Vendum. Tuya Tamilna. Tuya Tamil is pure Tamil. takes time. Is that we have to promote the pure Tamil. When we actually promote the pure Tamil, what happens? More and more people will know the Tamil. And if you know the Tamil, you will understand the scriptures. If you understand the scriptures, you will understand this pathway very well, and then you will be able to journey the pathway. And therefore, he wants you to understand the Tamil. By promoting and propagating it and imbibing and understanding it, you can then be able to understand the pathway and follow it. Thuyin Padam Sadat Nikkavan. Padam refers to the feet. You must worship the feet of the Lord. Why do Master say we worship the feet of the Lord? The feet is the base, the foundation on which the entire personality rests. In India, they have padukas. Padukas are the feet, and they worship the feet, the padukas, in worshipping the Lord, because that is where the entire personality rests. Even the master will touch his feet. You'll find that very sincere devotees will touch the feet of a guru. Why do they do that? The feet of the Guru has the old nervous system and the sensations in the feet. When you touch the feet, it triggers off a sensation in the heart. The sensation in the heart triggers off another sensation in the brain. And the sensation in the brain connects with the energy of the universe. So Sungam is translated is infinitive. It's beyond even human imagination, human comprehension. But it can connect with his energy. And to connect with his energy, we're touching the feet, which triggers off a sensation in the heart triggers off a sensation in the brain triggers off a sensation that connects to the energy of the universe. And therefore the universe will respond to you in a very positive way. But if there's negativity, you're breaking that connection. You have to make all positive things can be understood by the universe. But anything that's negative, you're going to break the connection. Even if I say, I don't want to be sick. The very fact that you're saying don't and one thing is sick, you're breaking the connection. You have to say, I want to be healthy. So the positive approach to things, from your whatever heart, if somebody radiates immense love to you, the love that you receive will then connect with the brain, and the sensation in the brain triggers off with the universe. You get connected again. So it is so important we even praying to the lotus feet of God. Veera Sithantha Vandum, Veera Vardamaka Nadatta Vandum. Yeah, we should attain freedom. And we should lead a brave life as well. Why do we need freedom? Because our lives, whatever we are doing, we are imprisoning ourselves by our own belief system, by our own conditioning. By our own conditioning and our belief system, we are imprisoning ourselves. We have to break away from that. When you get rid of all your conditioning, you get rid of all your and follow this pathway, you have freedom in this pathway. And when you have freedom in this pathway, you can feel the energy and the vibrations and the power of Sungam in your life. Saiva we have to ensure we propagate the Saiva faith, make it flourish. We need to understand the oneness between the oneness of God. God is only one. Although we have many but they are all different roles that the one God plays to satisfy the needs, different needs of people. So it is, even when we talk about, quite often people say Ganesha is the son of Lord Saiva, Muruga is the son of Lord Saiva. Ganesha is actually the sound vibration of Lord Saiva. It's Lord Saiva himself, it is sound vibration, Wonga. And Muruga is the light vibration of Saiva. You see, in those days, they didn't have halls like this to explain people. People were sitting in a hot sun under a tree. So they were telling them stories, mythology. So they should explain things mythologically. And therefore, they talk about suns now. So when you understand, it is the sound vibration, the light vibration of Sungam, Ganesha and Guru. And that's what Guru Swamigal talks about. Wonga. At that time, that is how they were explaining things to the people. In that form of stories, so the mythological approach. Now we have beautiful air-conditioned halls and we can sit and listen to the wisdom. There's no need for the stories of mythology. Kanda Jalam Tora Tiruthiruvendu. Kanda Jalam Tora Tiruthiruvendu. You'll find the people who come to the Sangam will follow this pathway, but they will still go to other temples, go everywhere trying to find the peace elsewhere. And yeah, the Master said, you don't need to do that. You don't need to go out everywhere else. You follow this pathway, follow the Supreme Lord. Kanda Sivane, Kanda Sivane. Lord Saiva is all pervasive, it's everywhere. And therefore we should adore Saiva, who is all pervading, it's present everywhere. And there's no need to go anywhere else, because wherever you go, he's still in. So follow the pathway. Paramane Paduvore Portral. We should patronize those who praise Lord Saiva. When those who praise Lord Saiva, they are connected to Lord Saiva and they are praising. And when somebody praises Lord Saiva, they move into a higher energy level when they praise Lord Saiva. And when you now be in oneness energy with that person, you then absorb the energy of the person who is very deeply connected to the Saiva. You know, if any one person amongst you sitting down there, if your level of consciousness shoots up and you resonate at that level of consciousness, you will impact on the consciousness of everybody sitting. Just one person. Because the energy that you shoot up to will impact and change other people. And you will change without even knowing about it. Sirare Sutta Veerai Akka Vendu. We should make all our family of voice valiant, brave on this pathway. Follow this pathway. Achum Yenva Thorne Nika Vendu. We should banish fear completely. Let's look at the fear. The first type of fear is biological fear. And that you can't banish. Biological fear is that because you have biological fear, you won't take your hand and put it into the flame, into the fire. You know, you will burn. So the biological fear that you have will prevent you from getting burnt. If you go, if you are in the forest somewhere, you're driving through, or in the game reserve, And if the lions are outside walking, you won't jump off your car. Would you? You surely wouldn't jump off because of fear of being taken out by the lions, because you wouldn't provide a good meal. So, it is the biological fear, it is preventing you from doing certain things for the betterment of your life. That's a biological fear that is necessary for your existence, for your function. It is the psychological fear that Guru Swami is referring to. We have to banish it, we need to get rid of it. And what is the psychological fear? It is the exaggerated thoughts that you have about things that do not really exist. Exaggerated thoughts. Like if you were here at night time and it was road change, there were lights here, and suddenly you stumble upon a globe, you may think it's a snake and you become terrified of the experience, it's a snake. But suddenly the light comes on and you see, you have exaggerated thoughts to the merely a globe, all your fears gone. So with the realization of the truth, your fear is gone. And most of the psychological fear is very exaggerated thoughts. And that is what Guru Swami says. We must banish it, get rid of it, negate it from our lives. Because that is affecting our capacity to connect with God and experience God, the inner fears. Nattu Gunangalai Nam Kalla, we should remove all the vicious qualities that we have. How much of vicious qualities? We have anger, hatred, envy, jealousy, lust, greed. All these are vicious qualities that is affecting you on your pathway. And Guru Swami says, get rid of it, push it out of your life. Anger is the punishment you give to yourself for somebody else's mistake. Anger is like a ball of fire you're holding in the palm of your hand with the intent of throwing it to somebody, but you don't throw it. It's still in your hand. Who is it consuming? Who is it burning down? It will burn down you. So get rid of your anger. The other person you're angry about, his or her life is hale and hearty, they're not affected by you. Only you are getting affected, you feel miserable because you're angry. So if you have more and more anger, the anger then moves to the next level. It becomes hatred. The very person who you're angry about, every time you're angry about the person, you start tending to hate the person. And who is it making visible? You. So you will be affected in your pathway. And that's why Guru Swami says, get rid of all these vicious qualities. They're affecting your life, affecting your pathway. And then say, Ijaya Nalgaliya Natal Vendu. We have to develop willpower in our pathway. We need to have the will to get rid of all the things that are the impediments and the obstacles in your pathway. And when you have the will to get rid of it, then your pathway will become a beautiful pathway. Vuchya Irupavani Aditya Vendu. Vuchya is here, the Sahasrara Chakra, referred to. We should know the one that is abiding on the top. I mentioned to you earlier on, Shiva is abiding here. The Sahasrara Chakra, Shakti is in the Mooladhara Chakra. And Shakti is desperately wanting to get to the top. But then you can make it happen. You don't want. Sonnan Karungare Nalla Satguruve Nadungare. Oh, people listen to me, you should seek a great receptor, a great Satguru. If you have a difficulty in your pathway, you need to find a Guru that will help you and guide you along this pathway so that you achieve the purpose for which you have come to this world. And let me very, very succinctly put it to you. We come with a baggage, And that baggage we are coming to this world with is our negative karma. And the purpose, while we are living in this world, we have to get rid of the negative karma. And to get to the negative karma, gravitate our life to a state of absolute pureness, parisuttam. And when we reach the state of parisuttam, you will be liberated from the cycle of birth and death to reach the oneness, synergy, and unity with God. So our purpose is to move to that sacred space of parisuttam. So we do everything possible on this pathway to get rid of all the negative karma, so that we reach our destination. And when we reach the state of parisuttam, we attain mukti, we will be one with God, we will come back here. Because coming here is suffering, being in God, eternally, we have peace and bliss. So that is our ultimate goal, to get there. So on this pathway mapped out by the Master is saying in the last line, Daddan Nagadira, Varam Sivasubramanya, Kavir Poro, Unarudra. Realizing the meanings of the hymns of Sivasubramanya, who dwells in the city of Durban, you need to look at it and get connected with the Master, and you will help you on this journey to take you to where you have to go, ultimately to God. So on this beautiful day, I want to invoke God's blessings upon you, and I pray that you will make every conscious and concerted effort to be walking progressively on this pathway, and will constantly connect with Guru Swamigal, who will provide a guiding hand in your life, and connect with Saiva, whose grace is required for you to function effectively, efficiently, and at your optimal potential in this world. God bless you. Nandri.
Now this morning for those beautiful outpourings of enlightenment and knowledge. Loving devotees, there was plenty that was explained and mentioned by Swami, but for me I took out two things, and I'm certain that you would have taken out something as well. If you take out one thing of somebody's positivity, then it's something that you have taken back that has improved your life. Two things for me that I'm taking back. And that is, Swami mentioned, anger is a punishment you give yourself for someone else's mistake. Think about it and think about it quite deeply. You get yourself worked up for something someone else has done. Try to refrain from doing that. And then the other thing was the positive and negativity. We align ourselves a lot of the times with negative energies. We need to change that. Bring in the positive vibes into our lives. Stay away from people that talk negative things. Align ourselves with people that have got qualities of positive energy. And you yourself will be at the path of righteousness, and your spirituality will be improved. Loving devotees, I now hand you over to Tirumati Rani Naika and Media Branch for the following hymns. Yella Madhiniram, Namasivaya Namave, Vajna Seyeva Manasa, Saiva Baladkarande, and Nadaraja, Nadaraja. So loving devotees, you are most welcome to join in the hymns that are being sung by all of our respective branches. So loving devotees, and I hand you over to Rani Naika and the Media Branch.
Thank you.
loving devotees and the members of the Green branch for those beautiful hymns. At this juncture, I'd like to call upon Guru Ganam Perumal, who will now brief us with the message. So, as Guru Ganam is making his way up on stage, loving devotees, if you would like to be a part of the WhatsApp groups of the Sithantha Sungam and receive all the notifications of upcoming events, spiritual upliftment programs, do put your name on a list that we have at the entrance of the foyer area, and we'll certainly add you onto one of the groups, and you'll receive all the notifications. Loving devotees, it is my pleasure now to call upon Guru Ganam Perumal.
Namaskar, Guru Piraro. Namah Sadguru Kamalamani Veerabrahmasri Sivasukhanaya Guru Swamigal Guru Piraro. Sangathan Harivar Swami Sariyogananda Avargalakam. Swami Margalakam. Swamini Margalakam. Guru Margalakam. Madhipupuriya Muttorgalakam. Petrolgalakam. Mancham. Pilligalakam. Yadullam Kanindar. In the precious and glorified name of our Supreme Father Namaskar, our Sadguru, His Divine Grace, Sungam from the service of the Swamigal to the spiritual head. My love respects to all Swamis, Swaminis, Gurus, to other spiritual leaders, and devotees of Sithantha, and say to all of you, my salutations, greetings, pranams, namaste, and vanavam. Guru Swamigal, Akudamana Varthagal, Nadaraja, Nan Arul Tandarvai, Nadaraja, Yen Kavali Yadikara, Adigal Selam Bodike, Thirunadanam Sayava, Adise Yana Kande, Nadaraja, Tilamam Kanda. Guru Swamigal requests Lord Nadaraja, the cosmic dancer, to dance before him through the sounds of his anklets, so that his grace will fall upon him, so as to enable him to receive divine wisdom, to reach his holy feet and get free from sufferings. Lord Sir, Perumal is devoid of human vices, such as jealousy, greediness, desires, or the negativities. The Lord must unite the aspirant in the path of attaining peace and protecting. What do we understand by the symbolic dance of Sithantha? Guru Swamigal requests the Lord for His grace through the sounds of His anklets. Symbols in Indian civilization have always been powerful representations of the higher reality. The principles have been understood, its support on planes of existence of its symbolic counterpart. The link between the worlds, the outer and the inner, the higher and the lower, is through the language of symbols. How else can a reality where sight cannot go, nor the mind, where we cannot know, we cannot understand something other than that, all that is known, be comprehended. The dance has been one of the most powerful vehicles for the representation, and the dancer is fortunate that through his entire being, there is an expression of infinity. The images of Our Lady each manifest in their visible structures one particular aspect of the world. But the genius of Indian thought found a marvelous unity of science, art, religious fervor in the sculpture of the dancing Shiva, Nadaraja, Lord of the dance. Whenever as a dancer we speak in the language of the dance of Nadaraja, infinite are the possibilities that cross our minds. With the realization that Nadaraja imparts wisdom constantly, through his famous pose that has been immortalized by the master carvers of southern India. The deep significance underlying this image should be clearly understood, not only because this symbol has been alive for 6,000 years, but because the message is so significant today. The upper right and also aloft, the Damaru representing Nada, the sound, the evolution of the universe. From sound came all language, all music, all knowledge. The shape of the drum with two triangles tells us of the nature and energy which combine together for all creation. The upper left hand in the half moon gestures or holds a tongue of flame. Why does Shiva hold the hope of creation in one hand and the flame, the fire that destroys, in the other? For creation and destruction are counterparts of his own being. They are the aspects of our life, for as we are surely born, so do we surely die. What then is the answer? The right hand, early in front, in the wondrous gesture of protection and peace, tells us, look, for God's grace is ever within you. Whether it be Shiva, Krishna, Buddha, or Christ, every manifestation of the Supreme uses this hasta called Abheya Hasta in the language of the dance. But let us go on questioning, how can we attain that grace? How may we be forever in thy care? The left hand points the way. It lies across the body, directing the gaze to the foot. The hand in the Gajahasta, the sign of the elephant hand. This is the hand movement depicting the trunk of the elephant, and herein is a deeper meaning. The trunk is discriminating. It can pick up and break the heaviest of objects, as well as handle the most delicate. It can choose between the two, so too should we choose between the higher and the lower and be discriminating. And to help us, he who owns the trunk, the remover of obstacles, is ever present. The left foot is raised, telling man that as a dancer raises his foot, so can man raise himself and attain salvation. While one foot is raised, the right foot upon which balances the whole body of the universe, that which at this eternal moment of dance precariously balances the fate of the world. That foot is not firm on the ground, but upon the body of a struggling to walk. A man who is in the embodiment of all that veils truth from falsehood. The apasmara purusha made up of ignorance and forgetfulness. This is the purusha within us which prevents us from realizing our own essential divinity. It is for us to firmly crush out the ignorance if we are to attain the supreme joy, which is our true nature. The eternal bliss that man calls God. Around Nataraja is a ring of flames. The Prabha Mandala, the dance of nature, all initiated by the South in the center, all emanating from him, and all dissolving within him. While Shiva dances, his metalocks hold the sacred river Ganga, the power and the source of all movement in life, with its water that purifies mankind and the crescent moon, delicate as a newborn baby, with its promise of life in all its radiance and glory. His face calm and immobile is a spectator in the external play of his own creative impulse. It is the secret of life open to us all to read. A seeker of the truth needs only to look with eyes that see. The image of Lord Nadaraja will never disappear from the minds of the worshippers. Guru Swamigal further into the song says, Kama Krodha Lova Moga Mela Niruvavini Saiva Maria Yenni Sithantha Karamaye Samavediya Pochidum Aradhaana Tamadanga Sriyalini Modam Kakilmada. Please save me by taking me on the path leading to well-being. You destroyed Kama, the lord of lust, pale dividing priest of Samaveda. Without any delay, please save me immediately. As a cosmic dancer, he dances in everyone's arts chamber. As long as his dance continues, one can survive in the world, and once it is stopped, life ends. The eyes of Nadaraja are the sun and the moon. He is installed above the 5 steps, representing the steps of Namasivaya Mandira. Besides the 5-fold functions, 8 qualities are attributed to Sivaperuman, such as independence, purity, self-knowledge, omniscience, freedom from impurities, boundless benevolence, omnipotence, and bliss. In greatness, he is limitless. He is called to veneration as Sat, existence, Chit, consciousness, and Ananda, bliss. Sat and Chit are like the sun and its effulgence. As Sat, he is incomprehensible, but as it is known, auspicious, the source of all bliss. The word Hare indicates the redemption power of Siva. He is neither male nor female, even though he is called in masculine forms only as convention. With all of this wisdom, Guru Swamigal cried out to the Lord to save him and the aspirants without delay and to unite the aspirants in the path of attaining peace and protection in this divine hymn. With this, may all of you attain spiritual bliss, immediate transformation through the grace of Lord Nadaraja and Sri Krishna.
Nandri Gurumana for those inspiring words and transliteration of those things as well. Loving devotees, as you can hear the bells come up on stage, I'd like to once again introduce to you the Vashni Father, and she's got a lovely dance pattern for us again. If I may add, she's a graduate of the Pegalavan and Yoga Bar Kala Kendra. So, ladies and gentlemen, I now hand you over to our dancer, the Vashni Father.
Hey
Thank you, wonderful brother. Beautiful song indeed, beautiful dance, graduation, rendered devotees of the regular yoga of Aradhaana. So, loving devotees, we have the Meerbank branch with us this afternoon as well, and they're going to be doing two beautiful hymns. They really inspired us with the two hymns yesterday. So we're going to give the opportunity to the Meerbank branch to do two items. Folks, whilst they're getting themselves in readiness, do take note of the movie tickets. Once again, if you haven't already secured your tickets, please see our ladies upstairs or one of the officials to arrange tickets for your branches. Your family members, and you treat it as an outing with your family, your friends, your neighbors, anybody indeed that wants to be a part of this amazing movie. I think a star-studded cast for that movie as well, and indeed a fundraising initiative by the Sithantha Sungam and all its structures. Loving devotees, and I hand you over to the Meerbank branch for their initiatives. Thank you to the Aradhaana branch for those beautiful hymns. Lovely. Lovely devotees, did you enjoy those two songs? Beautiful indeed. Thank you to the Aradhaana branch. At this point in time, we're going to do Pada Paramathire, and I'd like to call upon all the Gurus who kindly come up on stage to offer the Aradhaana. And once they're making their way up on stage, it is my privilege to pass the vote of thanks this afternoon, loving devotees. First and foremost, our thanks goes out to each and every one of you for being here today in celebration of our Master. Thank you to each and every one of you once again. To our donors, to our sponsors, to all our well-wishers, thank you so much in whatever way you have assisted to make this yesterday and today a successful event for the Sithantha Sangam. To Mr. Rachi Raja Gopal, the World Saiva Council, thank you for sponsoring of the bottled water. Really means a lot to us. Thank you so much. And just to each and every one of you, whatever role you have played in making this function today a successful one, we as the members of the Sithantha Sangam and all its structures, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for making this event a successful one. And if I may just take this opportunity of thanking our dancer this afternoon, loving devotees, Kumari and Marshall Papa. Thank you for being here with us and sharing your talents. And ladies and gentlemen, loving devotees, she is a graduate of the Aradhaana and Yogamval Kala Kendra. On the members and the officials of the Sithantha Center, we want to say thank you to you for spending your afternoon with us. I'm also informed that she is the latest graduate of the Aradhaana and Yogamval Kala Kendra. Congratulations and well done to you. Let's give a round of applause.
Let's quickly ask for these guys. பால பருவத்திலே பரநடந்தது நித்தமன் வைத்த குருநாதன் காலனை மன்றிக்க கருணையோகம் காட்டும் கருணையுள்ள என்ற குருநாதன் மாலையில் காணுனா மங்காத நாதன் மலரடி காட்டும் போதான் நாலாம் படியுள்ள நாதனை காட்டிலும் சிவ சுப்பிரமணிய தேவே சிவ சுதான உலகத்து உண்மை நிலையை உணர்ந்து நேரான வழிகாட்டும் நாதன் வேதாந்த உட்பொருளே உள்ளபடி உணர்ந்திடும் உண்மை சத்குரு என்ற நாதன் உண்மை வேதாந்த பொருளை உள்ளபடி உணர்ந்து உண்மை சத்குரு என்ற நாதன் உண்மை சத்குரு என்ற நாதன் ஏகாந்தம் நாடினே நற்பொருளை தேடுவனே நவீன சத்குரு என்ற நாதன் சோகம் தவித்திட தூயனை காட்டிலும் சிவ சுப்பிரமணிய என்ற தேவே சைவ சித்தாந்தத்தை ஜகமெங்கும் நிலைநாட்ட தோன்றினார் எங்கும் குரு தேவ ஐயமுருவாதற்கு அனுபூதியாய் கண்ட உத்தமனை காத்திரது போந்த சிவனோடு கலந்திட சென்முதலை காட்டிலும் சைவ சித்தாந்த சிவ சேயன் சிவ சுப்பிரமணியன் என்று குருநாதன் சிவ தீற்ற பெற்ற கமலமுனி நாதன் சிவ நாசின் முழுதனில் நடனமே செய்திடும் நாதனை காட்டும் தோழன் வாசியை கும்பித்து சோதியோடு வாழும் சுத்த சிவ நேசக்கு நேசம் சாந்த நிலை பெற்றவர் சுகானந்தம் பெற சாற்றிடும் சத்தியமே நாதன் சும்மாயிருக்க வழிகாட்டி எமையார் கொண்ட சிவசுப்பிரமணியலிங்க தேவே சிவசுப்பிரமணியலிங்க தேவே சிவசுப்பிரமணியலிங்க தேவே
devotees, we've come to the end of a successful event. And once again, I want to say a thank you to each and every one of you for partaking in it, for being a part of the special occasion of the Sithantha, the Aradhaana of our Guru Swamigal. Loving devotees, in a few moments, will be given the opportunity to come forward to adorn your ashes. After which, you may make your way over upstairs to the dining hall. Lunch has been prepared. For those members that are not in a position and are frail and cannot make their way upstairs, we will set up tables for you downstairs so you can have your meals downstairs. That's for our frail members.